Labuschagne Tun leaves everything to play for. For his lofty standards, Marnus Labuschagne has been in a tricky bit of form. That is until he was called upon to anchor Glamorgan's response to host Derbyshire's first innings of 368. 50 to the Aussie before day 2 was done. The visitors just 128 in arrears heading into the penultimate day. And Labuschagne looked in just as good touch at the resumption, with Tim van der Hoogten alongside him. They reduced the deficit to double figures and started to think about playing their way to parity. Their fine start to the day provided them with a 76-ball, 50-run partnership, the bulk added by the number 3, who was surely now starting to think about 100. And the century would be his. He reached 3 figures for the first time in 2022. He played beautifully for his landmark total, reached of 137 balls. Derbyshire carved out a window of opportunity. Van der Hoogten out caught by Thompson off the bowling of McKiernan. And then Cook soon followed, LBW for 3 to Sam Connors. Glamorgan not yet to parity, but there was little to concern them in what remained before lunch. Cullen now with Labuschagne, the score 339 for 6, and Derbyshire now only 29 in front. Glamorgan were up to 350 after the break, but with parity in sight, Derbyshire started to find a bit of momentum. Cullen fell to Lakmal, out-chipping the Sri Lankan's outswinger onto his off-stump. And Nisa followed in Lakmal's next over, caught well down low in his follow-through. Lakmal's fourth was the one they were desperate for. Labuschagne out for 130, with his side just 7 runs short of matching their host's total. They would finish with a lead, albeit just 19, when Lakmal picked up his 5-wicket bag. Hogan, the last man to go, caught by Masood. The innings had been an opportunity to soak in the class of Labuschagne, whose 130 had made a significant dent in the deficit and given his side just as much chance as their hosts had to win the game. Lakmal had been Derbyshire's most effective bowler, Labuschagne his prize wicket, with figures of 5 for 82. The start to Derbyshire's second innings was solid from Masood and Godalman, swiftly back into the lead and up to a 50-run partnership. They'd reached 60 when Glamorgan prized the openers apart. Masood out for a relatively low score of 42, considering his sensational form so far this season. Derbyshire now leading by 41, with 9 wickets in hand. Godalman succumbed after the break, caught behind for 22 off the bowling of Harris. First innings centurion Brooke Guest now had Madsen at the other end, and the pair stopped the brief Glamorgan joy, first taking the score into 3 figures, and then playing their way to a 50-run partnership scored off 54 balls. A single from Madsen took Derbyshire past 150, but he wasn't done there. A half-century was his. The shot that got him there off Nisa a delicate one, full of touch and the stroke of a confident batter. The third wicket partners would be the incumbents in the middle at the start of day 4. Their lead is now 151 runs. The morning should see the hosts accelerate and look to put on something for Glamorgan to chase, but both sides will be just as confident as each other that they can pick up the win on the final day at the Ancora County Ground.